following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
This week on the Defy Life Podcast, the guys discuss some new branches to the Defy Life family tree. They revisit the Defy Life Cookout, talk some sender back foolishness, some NFL, and Al checks in with his baseball roundup. And as always, they answer some listener questions and wrap things up with some trivia. All that and more. Let's get to it. Yeah, that's what it is. I guess we gotta do it then. You alright? Chill, pool, out, money, West Coast. Let's get it. Strap in, let's take a ride. Oh yeah, it's about that time, right? Been waiting all week to get to this. It's finally time to defy life. Let's chop it up, keep it real, no other way. That's what we do. We might disagree, but it's all love. Guarantee we gon' speak the truth. Yeah, this hit different. My guys with me now. Who's with us? Stick around for a few minutes. It's contagious. You'll get it. You downloaded the realest. Don't feel us, forget out. You not rocking with Defy Life, then what's your life about? This ain't Defy Life. This is the Shy Life. I'm gonna let this ride out though. This is Defy Life. This is Defy Life. Welcome to the Defy Life Podcast, powered by the Defy Life Podcast Network. This episode is sponsored by Bud Bottles, home of the Bud Bottle and the Bud Freshener. Please visit budbottles.com for your odor eliminating needs. Thank you for listening. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, GoDefyLife.com, and everywhere your favorite podcasts are available. And as always, we encourage you to like, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating whenever you listen. You can also find us on all social media platforms at Go Defy Life. This is episode 118, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, J.R. Glymph, joined as always by my wonderful co-host, Alvin Glymph, Gerald Hedrick, West Coast J. What's good, Al?
Man, it's good, brother. Sitting here watching the debate, the presidential debate. And I just noticed when you put it on mute and you just watch people as they talk and listen. Wow. Like, it's amazing because you can kind of see the look on their faces, the people listening like, yeah, shut the fuck up, man. I ain't really listening to you. Or the people who are talking, like, you can't really, they're on mute, so you don't know what they're saying, but you can tell in their mannerisms, they like, motherfucker, I said this shit before, or you a liar, or I mean, it's just. I would like to, on some funny shit, put some like subtitles underneath their facial expressions as they listen, because like the old cat Bernie, his facial expressions are like hilarious because he just gets red. He starts staring down at the ground. He starts looking. Like, it's kind of like that kid that you yelling at and screaming, but you can't really, the kid can't go back at you and shit. Like when you a teenager, the parents is yelling at you and you're like, motherfucker, if you was my friend, I would tell you some shit right now. I can't because you my dad or you my mom's and you punch me in my chest if I say what I really want to say. So I'm just going to look at the wall. I'm going to look at the wall. I don't want to look at you because if I look at you, you're going to look in my eyes and you're going to be like, nigga, you saying some shit in my head, in your head that you want to say to me right now? You feeling real grown? You feeling real grown? So I'm going to look away.
You feeling froggish?
Right.
And that's how Bernie Sanders be doing. Like, if I look at you, I'm gonna call you a short, stupid ass fuck. So I'm just gonna look away and act like I'm not. Go ahead, keep talking. Man. So yeah, the debate shit is some funny shit.
That's crazy.
When you put it on mute.
It'd be like the bad lip syncing, the bad NFL lip syncing. You ever see that?
That's exactly what I'm talking
That
about.
shit be funny as hell.
Where's Dave Chappelle right now?
Right.
You need somebody to do a skit on some shit, some Key and Peele. Y'all need to be working on this.
Right.
So.
Oh man, Money, what's goody, son?
Yo, I feel like I said this already. The real is back. It's 2 for Tuesdays, baby. Hey, you know how we do it, man. You know, it's 100 degrees every day, and driving me fucking crazy. But you know, we making it, and shit, dude, we get to watch football in like 2 days.
Yeah, that's the damn truth.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. West Coast, what's good, man?
Oh, ain't too much. Over here cooling out like a fan of the breeze, you know, the usual.
Yeah.
Still looking forward to Madden coming out on Friday, though.
All right.
You know, looking forward to find out what I believe and what I don't believe.
Word. So, quick question to everybody. And Al, I know you've answered this question before, but you may remember this. One of our listener questions, or even back then, this is when it was just me, you, and Keon and Pooh. I don't know if it was a listener question at that point, if we were doing listener questions then, or if it was just a question of the week. But remember when we got the question, what's your favorite Madden moment ever?
Yeah. Yes.
So I want you to revisit it. But yeah, Al, Pooh, West Coast. Al, you first. What's your favorite Madden moment ever? Or favorite Madden memory?
Okay, so I got a few because, like, you know, most of y'all, I was a Madden addict. But one that's coming to me right now, and I got a homeboy, he still refers to me by the nickname AG Kill. Because, like, in the early days of Madden, when you first were able to create players, so I'm taking you back to mid-90s.
Yeah.
You know, people just did stupid shit, and you just created amazing players that don't even exist. So I had a defensive lineman that was like 6'7", was like 290, ran a 4.2, and was just a beast, a combination of Javon Curse and Randy Moss, right? I named him AG Kill. And he just was a terror. And at some point, that was just a lesson we learned, like, yo, it ain't fun when it's not realistic.
Right.
Like the whole point of this is so that it's a reality. Like, we feel like we're really playing a game, and there's no LeBron James playing defensive end. Right. So this shit ain't really fun because he getting like 5 sacks or 6 sacks a game, and y'all beat me. So AG Kill was a motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine how the people who played in real life have had to face Julius Peppers every week. It's kind of like that shit.
Like, yo, he's like a Madden creation.
Right.
Like, you hear people talk like, yo, he played, he's like somebody you would create in Madden. That was because dudes like me who was really creating Julius. and it just didn't seem right. It didn't seem fair.
Yeah. All right. What's your other one?
My other one? So I think when I really think about some of my favorite Madden moments, it really is this idea that, like, I used to travel like an hour and 15 minutes every week on a work night to go play my homeboy in Madden till about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And would drive home, sleep, take a shower, and go to work. And this is a married father.
Right.
Like, it's how long that went in my life. And, like, but it was fun. Like, it was, we had really, really good times.
I think Pooh's here.
Is that all that? Is that all that racket? What's going on?
That's him.
I thought that was Eddie Kane.
I thought somebody was playing Madden.
I thought Eddie Kane was warming up in the locker room.
All I heard somebody in the background going, "Oh!"
No,
like that's
he's about to slide in.
Right.
He's about to slide in.
Yeah, buddy.
And he ain't got no.
Oh man, Pooh, what's good with you?
Oh, crazy. Pooh, what's goody?
Thomas Stevens, are you there?
He's gone now.
Now he's gone. Okay. So, Money, what's your favorite Madden memory?
Golly, man. Probably, man. Y'all know how we used to do it, man. Just the crazy big, and this was like back before, the net became like a big thing, and everybody had the net, and so like it was basically just one or two. We come to my crib or y'all crib or the dorm or whatever, right. But like somebody had the Madden season saved, and shit, it would be like 8, 9, 10 of us,
right,
all in the same Madden franchise, and shit was serious business, man. 24-hour rules. You don't play, you get simmed. All kind of crazy, like all types of craziness.
Yeah,
these be real now.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yo, sim me. Yo.
Yeah.
My motherfucker player got hurt, Nick.
Yeah. And don't go somewhere and let somebody forget the memory card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, you forget that memory card, just turn right back around, Holmes. Go get that shit. We ain't no use for that memory card.
And me or you or V or somebody, like one of us, like, I mean, we would open the game, but we wouldn't get to play for like a week because we had to update all the rosters.
Oh yeah, so, and there wasn't no internet to do it, so it was either me or I remember I would just take the game and I'm skipping class, doing all kind of shit, taking the whole 2 days to update them rosters.
Yeah, man.
On Madden and NCAA.
Madden and college, we used to have to upload the drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
didn't you say you used to put the names in NCAA?
Yeah, we used to do that.
We wouldn't even play the game until we did that shit done.
We wouldn't. That shit would take a week.
Right. I would go buy Athlon magazine with all the rosters of all the college teams in it. And fill that shit in before we even got to play. And
that is weeks worth of stuff.
Right. But dudes would sit around and watch us do it. Like input rosters. We'd be debating on whose ratings was off and who should be, and it would take weeks. Like 2 weeks before we actually got to play the game.
Yeah, it would. Like we wouldn't, and we would just wait. Like, oh shit, we ain't finished with the rosters yet. And like the whole campus would be like, yo, we ain't finished with the rosters yet.
We ain't finished with the rosters, right?
Walk through and cats be playing with them whack ass rosters, or you would go play with somebody and they had a first thing we'd be like, man, you playing with these whack ass rosters,
right? Like we have, like real shit. Like dudes out for the season, you can't play with them. Take them off. Like, or they will forget. They will forget at least 4 or 5 guys every year. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, you have to create them.
We have to create them ourselves, and then we would spend hours simulating through the NCAA seasons,
right?
Because when we upload the draft, like it was. So yeah, it was probably like just the whole like. So whenever, like I said, if it wasn't Jay or me, I think V's did it like once or twice, but it was mostly Jay, So. Yeah, man, just spending all of that time doing that. Everybody waiting.
Yoshi there cooking wings. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's hilarious.
It's crazy, man. Right. So that's probably
we would have roster parties. Like while we were sitting around doing the rosters, we would just have food and liquor while I was doing the rosters.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Like Jay said, we get to argue about somebody's speed or their agility or something. That shit could be a 2-hour argument.
Right.
And
it's a real life argument. Yeah, and it was always somebody on the Bears or Clemson that Pooh wanted to be a 99 speed at D tackle.
That's real.
Yeah, that's real. Pooh, man. We're like, man, just Brinson Buckner can't be a 99 speed, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
And for all you non-sports fans, that's back before Clemson was real good.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh man, West Coast. What's your favorite Madden memory?
Man, I got two of them for real. I almost died for Madden.
Oh shit.
Wow.
So I was in Colorado, and me and my cousin we went to go. You know, we had pre-ordered, paid for the game or whatever. So we in t-shirt, shorts. We got keys and receipts. Standing in line out in front of GameStop. And we was probably about 15th and 16th in line. You know, it was in like a strip mall, so we had our back to, well, at least I had my back to whatever was behind me. I think it was like a H&R Block or something. I was at that point. So I'm standing there with my back to the H&R Block, and like my hood spidey sense started tingling. So I looked down to the end of the line. These two dudes, you know, pulled up with hoodies on. I'm like, huh. All right. Now, again, everybody in line with keys and receipts.
All right.
It's 11:59. We just want the game so we can go home and play, right? This dude walks up, and he sort of walks down the line, not in the line, just walks down like eyeing everybody. He gets about halfway through. Go, hey, how much that game costs? And like the whole line laugh at this point because we started paying. We paid for that game months ago.
Right.
So he was like, it's like $60. I don't know. And then he gets to the front of the line, and the dude opens up GameStop door, and then he went with the universal move I like to refer to as the pull-out.
Yeah.
So he reaches into his hoodie. Luckily, it was a 38 snub, and it gets caught in the pocket.
Wow.
Now, sure enough, again, my hood spidey sense had gone off, so I looked down at the two dudes in the hoodies, and they pulling out too.
Oh shit.
Me and my cousin got low. Got sprinted straight out through this parking lot, weaving, dipping, diving, ducking, dodging, and dodging again. Get to the car, skeet skirt out this mud. You know what I'm saying? He like, go. I'm like, bro, I'm gone. Like, let's do it. We get back to the apartment, right? And the funny part is my brother and my cousins was visiting from the Bay. So they were just sitting at the apartment waiting on us to go get the game so we could play Madden all night like normal people, right? I get there, I tell everybody this whole story. You know what I'm saying? My cousin shook. He like, man, I'm going to sleep, man. I don't even want to deal with this right now. My brother, after hearing that whole story, just goes, I mean, but did you get the game, though?
Of course.
Is he dead?
Right. Is he dead?
Like, did you get the game, though? I was like, nigga, they had... No, bruh. I gotta go get it in the morning, boy.
Oh,
So,
oh man.
There was the robbery in the Madden line.
Wow.
There was that. That GameStop, needless to say, was closed about a month later. But
right.
that was one of my favorite of all of the dumb things that has happened over Madden.
Wow.
And then the other is a lot like what I was saying with the creative players. Me and a couple of my cousins decided we was going to create free safeties. And so we created 3 safeties. One of them's name was Striker LeJenkins. One of them's name was DeQuarian Strange. And mine's name was Daz, like D-A-Z, Daz Mine.
Give me that.
Yeah.
Now, the irony is Striker LeJenkins led the league in interceptions, and Daz Mine led the league in forced fumbles.
Nice.
So we should have probably switched them names. And DeQuarian Strange was the only one that went to the Pro Bowl.
How strange is that?
That's strange.
So, well, yeah, no, like that whole season was ridiculous. We was calling each other talking any kind of way.
Dude named Aquarian.
The queer, yeah, because we had just seen that Key and Peele sketch where they was naming out
Right.
So the names was that we was just trying to get as wild as names.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that and then that Niners franchise that we had 7 GMs. That's the other one. For whatever reason, we was all in the Bay and we all ran a franchise together for about 5 days. It was like 7, 8, 9 of us.
Jeez.
We would all come in and weigh in. What you mean you about to trade it? Come on, bro, that's our rookie.
That's when you figure out, this is why teams only have one general manager.
Right. It was the funniest, like that. That was one of the greatest overall